When Love Turns Deadly, the chilling case of William Otto and Lavera Wardell. He killed the woman he loved, and then slept beside her corpse for days. What drives someone to stay with the body of the person they just killed? And how do we spot a love that was dangerous from the start? Photo of Lavera Wardell, vibrant, smiling. This is Lavera Wardell. 39 years old. A daughter. A sister. A woman who believed in second chances. Body found after neighbors complained of a foul smell. Her story begins with love, and ends with horror. On May 6, 2025, Lavera had an argument with her fiancé, William Joseph Otto III. At some point, that fight turned fatal. He shot her in the head. And then, he didn't run. He didn't call for help. Instead, he laid beside her corpse, for 3 days. He told police later, "I wanted to lay with her." Old engagement photos, William and Lavera smiling. This is a story of possession masquerading as love. And of the darkness that can hide behind closed doors. Police bodycam footage, officers entering apartment. Timestamp, May 19, 2025. It started with a smell. Neighbors complained. Police forced entry on May 19th. Very foul smell reported. Inside, they found Lavera's body, nearly 2 weeks after the shooting. Otto was gone. But not far. He fled only when the stench became unbearable. Security footage shows Otto calmly buying cleaning supplies, 1 week after the murder. He lingered in the apartment for days. Then bought supplies to cover it up. Why would someone stay so close to their crime? Expert commentary, forensic psychologist. We often see this behavior in killers driven by obsession and control. It's about possessing the victim, even in death. Lavera was not a headline. She was a person. She loved painting. She had just reconnected with family after a rough patch. Friends say she believed in giving people another chance. Including William. Text messages from Lavera to a friend, dated weeks before the killing. "I think he's getting better. He's trying harder. I really want this to work." But sometimes, the most dangerous red flags look like hope. At first, Otto told police the shooting was self-defense. He claimed Lavera came at him with a knife. But no defensive wounds were found on him. No knife prints. And the angle of the shot, execution style. Then came the bombshell. Wanted to lay with her. Otto admitted he stayed with her body, out of want. Dim apartment, silhouette of a man lying beside an unmoving figure. This wasn't fear. It wasn't panic. It was possession. Control. The line between love, grief, and depravity completely collapsed. This level of behavior speaks to an obsessive need to maintain control over the victim, even after death. The horror deepened when police traced Otto's movements. Timeline graphic appears. May 6th, Lavera is killed. May 7th to 9th, Otto stays in apartment. May 13th, seen on surveillance buying bleach, gloves. May 19th, neighbor calls about smell. June 2nd, Otto arrested in Mount Pleasant Motel. Security footage of Otto walking into the motel, calm, carrying a duffel bag. Not running. Not hiding. Just existing, as if nothing had happened. He left only when forced by decomposition. Otto, "I couldn't stay anymore. I wanted to, but the smell was too much." It wasn't love. It was ownership. And even in death, he fought to keep it. This case forces us to ask difficult questions. How do relationships like this fester in silence? Why do loved ones miss the warning signs? And how does obsession masquerade as love, until it's too late? We thought he was helping her. We didn't know, we didn't see it. Every year, thousands are killed by intimate partners. Many more live in fear, unseen. If you or someone you know is in a dangerous relationship, don't wait. Help is out there. And awareness can save lives. But there's more to this story. Investigators discovered one disturbing detail in Otto's motel room, one that hinted this wasn't an isolated obsession. We'll reveal what was found, and explore whether Lavera was his only target. Subscribe and notification bell animation. This is a story that must be told, because it could happen to anyone. Stay safe. Stay aware. She loved him. He slept next to her corpse for days. The chilling case of William Otto and Lavera Wardell. Previously, William Otto killed his fiancée, Lavera Wardell. Then slept beside her body for days. But the story is far from over. We uncovered the horrifying aftermath of a toxic love turned fatal. But how did this crime go unnoticed for weeks? And how many red flags were missed along the way? We trace the investigation, honor Lavera's life, and reveal how this case echoes a broader epidemic of unseen domestic violence. Police bodycam footage, officers outside Lavera's apartment, timestamp May 19th. Door being forced open. It started with a call about a smell. A neighbor couldn't take it anymore. Behind the door, 13 days after the shooting, police found the unthinkable. Lavera Wardell, 39, shot once in the head. Her body decomposing on the bed she once shared with her fiancé, William Joseph Otto III. And where was Otto? Otto buying bleach, gloves, and towels at a convenience store. Date, May 13th, a full week after the murder. He wasn't hiding in fear. He was shopping for supplies to clean up. Forensic psychologist. This isn't panic. It's methodical. It's chilling. He wanted control over the scene, even in death. And the most disturbing detail? Otto stayed with her body for 3 full days after the shooting. He told police, "I wanted to lay with her." For weeks, he wandered free, booking into a motel, seen in public, functioning as if nothing had happened. And that leaves us with a haunting question: how many signs were missed along the way? Lavera at a birthday party, painting at home, hugging family. Lavera Wardell was more than a victim. She was a sister, a daughter, a talented artist, a woman who loved fiercely and gave second chances. Lavera laughing with friends. She met William Joseph Otto a year earlier. Relationship began April 2024. At first, friends say, William seemed charming, supportive. Lavera's sister interview. He helped her get back on her feet. She thought he was different. But slowly, the dynamic shifted. Otto grew possessive, jealous. Friends noticed Lavera pulling back from them, canceling plans, making excuses. Text message from Lavera to a friend, weeks before the shooting. "He just needs time. I know he loves me. He's trying." This wasn't a sudden act of violence. It was the tragic culmination of a toxic relationship Lavera struggled to escape. And now, her voice is gone forever. "We didn't want to get involved, it's just, you never think it'll come to this." That's the silent epidemic of domestic violence. 1 in 3 women experience intimate partner violence in their lifetime. Source, CDC. Many victims are isolated. Many abusers work to ensure their victims have no one to turn to. By the time the neighbors called, it was too late. The neighbors reported the smell, not the fight, not the screams. By the time action was taken, Lavera had been gone for nearly 2 weeks. "I wanted to lay with her." Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story shocked you, like and subscribe to True Crime Series for more cases that expose the darkest corners of human nature. In cases of post-murder possession behavior, killers often linger at the scene, not from grief, but from a twisted sense of ownership. This is not an isolated phenomenon. It is a pattern of control, entitlement, and deep psychological depravity. We just want people to know, don't ignore the signs. If something feels wrong, speak up. And we as a society must learn to listen. Otto claimed the shooting was self-defense. He said Lavera came at him with a knife. But there was no knife, no defensive wounds. And the shot placement, execution style. Then why stay with her body? Why purchase cleaning supplies days later? One answer, he didn't see her as a person anymore. This was about control, ownership, a refusal to let go. Even in death, she was his. And that terrifying truth leaves us with one final question. When police arrested Otto at a motel, they found something that changed the entire trajectory of this case. In his duffel bag, alongside clothes and cash, was a small black notebook. Inside, a list. Names, dates, including Lavera's, and 3 other names, crossed out. Were they former partners? Future victims? Or something even darker? We'll dive into the disturbing contents of that notebook, and uncover whether Lavera was the only target of Otto's twisted obsession. The Notebook of Control. Subscribe and turn on notifications. He stayed with her body for days, the chilling psychology of William Otto. Previously on this story, a foul smell led to a horrifying discovery. But the darkness goes deeper than anyone imagined. Police entering apartment, Otto shopping for supplies, mugshot, Lavera's smiling face. We thought we knew what happened. We didn't. And by the end of this video, you'll see this case in a way you never expected. Because one final clue changes everything. Dispatch audio, caller reports strong foul odor. May 19, 2025. A neighbor can't take it anymore. 4 days, the air outside 39-year-old Lavera Wardell's apartment had grown thick, sickly sweet. No one had seen her. No one had heard from her. Inside, they found Lavera's body. Shot in the head. Left in the same bed she once shared with her fiancé, William Joseph Otto III. But here's the first disturbing question: how long had she been there, and why didn't anyone know? Neighbor interview clip. We just thought, maybe they went away. Or were fighting again. You hear stuff, you don't want to interfere. That's the terrifying part of domestic violence. It isolates. It hides in plain sight. Otto remained with the body for 3 full days. Think about that. Not a few minutes. Not an hour in panic. 3 days. Sharing the same space. Lying next to her body. Police transcript. Quote, "I wanted to lay with her." Then, days later, he calmly walks into a store. Security footage, Otto buying bleach, gloves, towels. 1 full week after the shooting. He wasn't cleaning the scene in terror. He was planning. Methodically. Psychologist. This shows a complete break from normal human grief. This is about ownership, control. And viewers were left asking, what was going on in his mind during those days? Retired homicide detective. I've seen a lot of cases. This statement chilled me to the bone. When arrested, Otto didn't deny the crime. He confessed. I wanted to lay with her. But was this grief? Guilt? Or something far more sinister? Psychologist interview. It's neither. It's depravity, control, possession. Cases like this fall under a disturbing pattern, post-murder possession behavior. The killer doesn't flee the scene. They linger. Why? Because in their mind, the victim is still theirs. A chilling belief that even in death, they own them. And that brings us to the next chilling discovery. After those 3 days, Otto didn't vanish into the shadows. Otto pumping gas. Otto walking into motel. He continued living in public. Calm. Controlled. Hiding in plain sight. Interview with motel employee. He was polite. Paid cash. No sign anything was off. But how could someone act normal after doing something so horrific? Psychologist interview. People capable of this level of psychological compartmentalization, they're deeply disturbed. But often charming, calm on the surface. Otto had even researched femicide cases before the crime. Odd search terms pulled from Otto's laptop. Sleeping next to body after murder. How long does smell take to start? This wasn't an impulsive act of grief. This was calculated, rehearsed depravity. Lavera's sister. He wanted to erase her. Control her. Even after taking her life. Finally, on June 2nd, police tracked Otto to a small motel in Mount Pleasant. He surrendered without a fight. In his bag, cash, clothes, burner phone. And one other thing, a small black notebook. Inside, names. Dates. Crossed out entries. Lavera's name. Crossed out. But 3 more names, also crossed out. Investigator. We don't yet know what these other names mean. But we're looking into connections. Was this a hit list? Were there more victims we don't yet know about? And the biggest question remains, how can we better protect vulnerable people, and prevent this from happening again? Domestic violence advocate. We all need to learn the signs. Speak up. Create a culture where intervention is safe, and victims are heard. Lavera deserved more than silence. She deserved to be heard, before it was too late. But the story isn't over. What's in Otto's notebook? What was he really planning? And what one chilling piece of evidence, recently uncovered, may reveal a deeper conspiracy than anyone expected. The Notebook and the Secret Life of William Otto. Subscribe and turn on notifications. He stayed for days, the chilling final hours of Lavera Wardell. Before this became a crime story, it was a love story. Lavera Wardell was 39. A sister, an aunt, a friend, a woman who brought warmth into every room she entered. She was sunshine. Even when life was hard, she kept shining. Until someone she trusted, the man she lived with, decided her light should go out. May 6, 2025. Charleston, South Carolina. Neighbor, recorded. It smells real bad. Like death. We need someone to check. Police bodycam footage, officers approaching door. May 19, 2025, 6:42 p.m. When officers arrived, they expected a wellness check. They found something far worse. Officer, we've got a body. Male fled. Female deceased. It was Lavera. Left in her own bed for 13 days. May 6th, shooting occurs. May 7th to 9th, Otto remains with body. May 14th, Otto buys cleaning supplies. May 19th, body discovered. Security footage shows William Otto shopping a week after the murder. Bleach, gloves, trash bags, towels. Not in panic. Not impulsively. Methodically. This is cold. Controlled. He was preparing for something, psychologically detached. Otto admitted, I wanted to lay with her. He stayed with Lavera's body for 3 full days. Slept beside her. But not out of grief. This is possession. The ultimate act of control, maintaining physical closeness even after taking their life. And this pattern isn't rare. In a 2024 study of domestic homicides, 12% of killers remained with the body for hours, some for days. U.S. domestic partner homicide stats appear. Every year, 1,300 women in the U.S. are killed by an intimate partner. Many show chilling patterns of possession and control before the act. Lavera and William Otto met in 2022. By 2023, they were living together. To friends, Otto seemed charming. Stable. He'd bring her flowers. Make her laugh. We never thought it would end like this. But inside their home, the dynamic shifted. Friends noticed Otto growing possessive. Isolating Lavera from family. Monitoring her phone. These are the warning signs we so often explain away, until it's too late. When police finally arrested Otto on June 2nd, his confession stunned even veteran detectives. I shot her. Then I wanted to lay with her. I didn't want to leave. Not an act of guilt. Not sorrow. Ownership. It's about freezing time. Keeping the victim in a state where the abuser still controls them, even after death. It's a deeply pathological form of violence. And Lavera's story isn't alone. Cases of post-murder possession behavior. In 2021, a Florida man remained with his partner's body for 5 days. In 2023, a Texas man posted selfies beside his victim after the act. And here's the most chilling part, after those 3 days, Otto left. Security footage, Otto at gas station, grocery store, ATM. He didn't run. He didn't hide. He lived in public. Buying groceries. Pumping gas. Checking into a motel, as if nothing had happened. That level of compartmentalization suggests a deep psychopathy. Not a moment of panic, but sustained, cold calculation. Which brings us to the final, haunting moments of this story. Officer. Mr. Otto, police. Hands up. On June 2nd, officers arrested Otto at a small motel in Mount Pleasant. In his bag, they found clothes, cash, and one more thing. A black notebook. Inside, names. Dates. Crossed out entries. Lavera's name, crossed out. But 3 more names were listed. Police are now investigating whether Otto planned additional acts of violence. We don't yet know if these were future targets or something else entirely. The investigation is ongoing. Lavera's story is tragic. But it is not isolated. Every year in the US, more than 1,300 women are killed by intimate partners. We must learn the signs. Isolation, possessiveness, control masked as love. These are red flags. If you or someone you know is at risk, reach out. Because love should never cost a life. Laughing with family, dancing, blowing out birthday candles. Friends speaking. She was light. She deserved a full life. We want her to be remembered for who she was, not how her life was taken. Lavera was more than a headline. More than a victim. She was loved. And she is missed. William Otto awaits trial. The investigation into the notebook is ongoing. But one thing is certain, this case forces us to confront the darkest corners of domestic violence. Control. Possession. Violence that hides behind the mask of love. May we listen. May we speak out. May we remember Lavera, and fight to ensure her story is not repeated. In memory of Lavera Wardell. If you or someone you know needs help, 800-799-7233, National Domestic Violence Hotline. If this story moved you, please share it. Awareness saves lives. And subscribe for updates, because this case may still have more secrets to reveal.